last one after a couple of defeats. Just how important was that for the morale of the teams to get back? Although when you were in the players, but just to get back on the winning track.
Yeah, it's always important to take confidence into knockout cricket. So, for the sake of the change room and the atmosphere within the team, I think that win helped a lot. Nice to see guys either continue doing what they've been doing really well this comp, and for some others to find some confidence out in the middle. So a lot of good that we could take from there. I still think as a team we haven't put together a full, complete game of cricket just yet. So that's obviously where all the focus is, and yeah, hopefully no better time to get it right than in the knockout stages.
Aiden, can you explain why you guys have been very hot, or basically just freezing really cold on the other day?
It's a tough one, to be honest. I've thought about it a lot, but I mean, it's no secret with the bat we haven't been good as a team. So you often asking your bowlers to bail you out of jail, and they've been incredible for us. Our bowling attack in various types of conditions, they've got us into games, competed really well when we haven't given them many runs to work with. So the focus for me will be obviously from a batting point of view to firstly try lead from the front to get a good score on the board, and also for us to as a batting unit as a whole to put on a good score and give our bowlers something to work with. So that's all I can come up with right now, but yeah, you're right, we've either played some really good cricket or we've been far from satisfying. So yeah, hopefully we can bridge that gap and put together a good game.
Another one for me, and this season is very much like last season. You guys dominated. This season is very much like season one, where you get in the playoffs, you come up to Centurion, play JSK in the semi-final. It's a similar trend, and obviously you got 100 in the last. So does the team feel like it's more season one, like having to battle and scrap and get through to the playoffs, but with the confidence that we can still get there?
Yeah, it's spot on. It's felt like at the whole comp, to be honest. We've had to sort of chip away and scrap away and try to find ways to win games of cricket, and fortunately, especially after our first 3 games, we managed to get on a bit of a good run, and that sort of settled the nerves. But yeah, for us it feels very similar. Again, though, you're moving into a knockout stage where form and all those things don't really matter. It's now a game at a time, and if you play good cricket on the day, you give yourself a really good chance of winning. So that's pretty much where the focus is at, and yeah, hopefully we can put together a complete and a good game of cricket tomorrow.
How's it, Aiden? You mentioned the batting, and is it fair to say that your top 3 is still not entirely settled? I mean, I know it kind of worked out better the last game, but a guy like Jordan opened before and did really well. Can you just talk about the thinking why he hasn't opened much this season, and where are you with that top 3 in what is now a do or die game?
Yeah, so we see George as a very sort of adaptable cricketer. I think if you find yourself in early trouble and you have someone like him walking out in the middle order, it's a big bonus for the team. And then also on the other hand, when it's time to take the game on, I think we saw it the other day that he's definitely got the game to be able to do so. So the top 3 changes throughout competitions, unfortunately completely based on performance, and the top 3, or let's call it 4 or 5 players that we've used in our top 3 are all world-class players, and we've all seen enough of them on the world stage. So we've tried to back guys for as long as we could, and sort of plug the rest around it, and Bedders has looked good in this competition. Geordie hit some form, and I think we all know the class of Tony. So that's where we're at now. Hopefully it works, and yeah, we'll back those boys to get the job done for us.
Do you feel like you're getting kind of the best out of Tristan Stubbs? I mean, another sort of change in the batting order is that he's been coming in quite low down.
Yeah, it's always a weird one. You balance it on what's best for the team. So, I mean, in most teams you'd like to send Stubbo in sort of straight after the power play and let him do his thing, but we might feel like we need that hitting power at the back end, and we might lack that within the squad that we have, and that's why Stubbo sort of fits that role perfectly for us, just for this year's competition. it will always be fluid. It will always be changing based on situations, and if we get off to good starts, then we have the luxury to get him into the game early and stuff like that. So that's ultimately why he's been coming in a bit later. We've obviously struggled as a batting unit to get into dominant positions, and when you're not in dominant positions like that, it's quite tough to make bold moves with regards to changing that lineup.
And then just lastly from me, you guys have obviously shown that you're ahead of a formidable outfit at home. This season coming up here, you've got a couple of less good results. How difficult is it for you as a coastal team to come up to the Highveld and win a one-off knockout game?
I mean, it will be tough, there's no doubt about it. JSK is a great team, and their conditions are a bit more similar to what Centurion should be like compared to what ours are, but I think that's the beauty of the competition. I think you go to each venue and conditions are so different, and you speak to some massive overseas players that have been here at this tournament, and they say that's probably one of the coolest things about it. So all round for cricket in South Africa and for the SA20 itself, it's a great thing to have such a difference in conditions. But for us as a team, we know ability-wise we can go to any set of conditions and play good cricket and give ourselves a good chance at winning, and that's sort of where we get our confidence from. But yeah, this season once or twice it hasn't worked out in the Highveld, but like I mentioned, all of that is now done, and the competition ideally just starts now.
Aiden, you guys had quite a tricky start to the season, with a couple of defeats, especially in the first 2 games of the season. But then you seem to have found your momentum, started winning a couple of games, but then the last 2 games have also been, it seems like you guys had some sort of dip in the form, losing the last 2 games. What concerns do you have going into the match tomorrow?
I mean, luckily we won our last game, so there's a bit of confidence we can take as a team moving into the knockout game. But the 2 games before that, we struggled again. So for the reasons that I've stated, we don't feel like we've played anywhere near our best. I take our bowlers out of it. I think they've been awesome for us, but in terms of as a team playing a collective game of cricket and delivering the goods, we've been short this competition. So again, that's where we're trying to fix it. That's what the whole conversations are behind the scenes. That's what they're all about. And we know if we can at least get to 80-85%, we're at least in with a shot. But if you're operating at 60-70% in this competition, it's going to be tough to win games.
And you guys are playing away from home, obviously in a neutral venue. Do you think that might have an impact on your game, just not having your fan base there?
I mean, I'd love to be able to travel with them, to be honest. So it's obviously going to be a big miss for us. It's exciting playing at St. George's, and we love every second of being out there on the field. But unfortunately, we had the opportunity to play in the qualifier, and because we didn't play good enough cricket, we can't play that game. But still coming to Centurion, we've been in the situation, not last year, but the year before, and we're able to come out on top of it. So there's bits of confidence you try to take as a team, and if it can get you into sort of a good mental state, then you sort of take what you can get.
On that, you guys are double defending champions. The confidence or the experience of winning knockout games, winning pressure games, whereas JSK haven't got past this hurdle. Is that something that you walk on the field with, knowing that you've done it before?
Again, completely new game of cricket tomorrow, so you don't walk on the field feeling like you're ahead because you've maybe been in that position before, handled that position and situation better in the past. But as a team, we pride ourselves on being able to try and win from any position, be it in knockout cricket or in the group stages. So we'll scrap and try to find a way to win. But ideally it's time to start playing good cricket now, and that's again where all the focus is.
Any other questions? I've got one. Aiden, as a Pretoria boy and playing at Centurion, what do you love about it, and what are you expecting tomorrow?
I think as a batter, it's normally a really good wicket, so not just myself, but like I mentioned, from a batting point of view, all of our boys will be pretty excited to get out there and get some good scores and get some momentum under the belt from a batting point of view. And then, I mean, the crowd is always electric, it's always loud, so that's always nice to play in front of. It's neutral tomorrow, but I'm still pretty sure it's going to be more yellow than orange, being it just down the road. So, but it's an entertaining game of cricket when you play cricket here in the Highveld, and especially at Centurion. So to be part of those high entertainment, high sort of intensity games, and to, if you can win from there, it's normally a really good feeling for the change room.
It's not quite the old job, and you bring all your friends and family, they're all wearing orange shirts tomorrow, they're filling the banks.
I've got my mum and dad coming with Nicole, of course. Not too many other mates. I think they, unfortunately, are the working class, and I don't think they feel like going to work with a slight headache the next day, but I'm sure they'll be watching from home. Cool, thanks.